Welcome back to the Ninja Pro Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Porras, physical therapy, medical, and fantasypoints.com. Gracias por tus oídos. Coming to you this Sunday morning with three real quick breakdowns on David Montgomery, Kendre Miller, and we'll talk a little Kenneth Walker, three running backs right off the bat. But first, I want to tilt. If you please will, allow me to tilt. My good compadre, Jorge Martin obviously beat me in the situation where I was trying to decide between James Conner and Breece Hall. I went James Conner. Turned out to be the right decision. The wrong decision was to start Cooper Kupp and Amari Cooper. The two Cooper brothers obviously really effed me as hard as they possibly could. 2 zeros. Statistically, I'm not sure what the chances are of getting 2 zeros, 1 0 in a fantasy week, but 2 seems very low. And I'm not entirely sure what I did to the fantasy gods to deserve that. So, of course, they both, together on average can get anywhere from 20 to 30 points. And, of course, I lost by about 30 points because of those 2 zeros. So it turns out it didn't matter. Could have started Breece Hall. Wouldn't have mattered because Amari Cooper and Cooper Kupp got me 0 freaking total points together. Anyway, I needed to get that off my chest. Real quick, let's start with David Montgomery. So how is it possible that he went from getting surgery to not getting surgery? Pretty easily, actually. A lot of the times with these MCL injuries, the MCL does a really good job of healing itself on its own. So because of that, you can wait a really long time. You can rehab, you can rest, make yourself stronger, improve the environment and the healing environment around the knee itself, the MCL, and it'll end up being fine. Now, it's going to take time. If we're going to see him, we probably won't see him. The soonest we'll see him is the AFC Championship game. So for fantasy purposes, he's done. But the MCL it's very possible, if not likely, to be able to heal on its own. Doesn't mean that he won't need surgery at some point, maybe. But if they sort of do repeat imaging, functional testing, and he does well, this is definitely possible. Not out of the realm of possibility to heal an MCL on its own. Wanted to temper expectations. Obviously, Kendre Miller is going to be the lead guy today. He might be the lead guy for the entire offense, not just the backfield, considering that Alvin Kamara is out. But, Derek Carr's still out. Chris Olave still out. That offense is just looking not great. So I wanted to bring up, yes, Kendre Miller will be the lead back, probably be a focal point of the offense itself. So obviously a little volume there, but you just have to ask yourself at what point it's worth it. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And especially semifinals week, you probably have other options that are better out there. Last guy, Ken Walker. Coming back from this calf/ankle issue, I mentioned that it potentially could be like a Christian McCaffrey type issue with the tendonitis, tendinopathy. And this guy just has a really long history of soft tissue injuries. Not to mention that Zach Charbonnet himself, he's going to play this week. He was a full participant. So both of these guys, probably not great options again. Kenneth Walker, the rest of the season, is probably not a great option, honestly. Just because of the re-injury risk, and you can look elsewhere. So wanted to end on a good note, but realistically, that's really the best that I got on Ken Walker. You just have to hope for a big run and a touchdown if you're going to start him anywhere. All right, that's it for me. Good luck in the semis.